What's up, YouTube? Jersey Jules. Guess what today is? Today is my 1 year surgiversary. This time, this year in 2017, on February 27th, I was probably in the recovery room right about now. It's about 7:30 at night. I was probably in the recovery room, maybe even up in my hospital room. I just had gotten my vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery done by Dr. Nicholas Bertha of the New Jersey Bariatric Institute. And it's been a year. Went in on that date at about 296-ish, 93, somewhere mid 290s, like 38% body fat, 42 BMI, 47-inch waist, all the good shit to go along with it. And today I stand here in front of you. I'm sitting in my car waiting for my son to get out of soccer practice. But tonight I sit here in front of you, 1 year post-op surgery at 220 pounds, down to like a 20-point-something% body fat. Very low BMI compared to where I was. I can't remember what it was. It was in low 30s, somewhere in that ballpark. I wouldn't even qualify for surgery with health complications. My waist, I'm a loose 36 in jean, sometimes 34, depending on the jean. I've retained all my muscle and size. So, some of you might have seen earlier today, I posted a video of me sitting in a tattoo chair, getting my 1 year surgery, I guess you could say surgiversary tattoo, because I like tattoos and I like to commemorate certain things on my body with tattoos, and all of my tattoos have certain meanings to them. I got my first tattoo when I was 30. Didn't get another one until I was 40, and I'll be 44 next month. I have one was a cover-up, so that actually I've had 5 because that was there, but it was covered up. So 1, 2, 3. Today I got my 4th actual tattoo. Well, it would have been my 5th, but I covered the one up, so today's the 4th tattoo that's visible on my body. So let me show you what I got here. I have Japanese on this arm, so I continued with the Japanese theme, which I'm kind of fascinated with the Japanese culture. I kind of like the history and can't get the glare out of it. I like the history and all that. So what we have here is basically it's a geisha girl with a samurai mask, a traditional samurai demon mask. She's taking it off, and she's going to be turning into a demon. It's not done, needs a lot of color. I just sat for one session for about 4 hours. Very, very detailed in the hair, so it took a long time with each all the strands of hair. So why did I get the geisha girl with the demon mask? All right, so here's the thing behind it. And a little fact, I don't know if you know, the very first geisha girls were men. Go figure. They were men dressed as women, and they actually studied formally. They were very highly educated, very talented. They could either sing or play instruments. They were just very well-rounded companions, and that was their job, to be companions and to entertain men in the Japanese culture. And eventually women started taking the job. And believe it or not, it wasn't their job wasn't even about as much. It didn't revolve around the sex as much as people think it is. There were prostitutes that were geisha girls, but most of it revolves around just being an all-around, well-rounded, impressive companion and entertainer of men. I forget what the literal definition for geisha was. I don't know, but I believe it was like graceful or beauty or something. It translated to something along those lines. So here I have the beauty of the geisha girl, which is what what you become after shedding your excess weight. You could finally see your outer physique, your outer beauty to go along with your inner beauty. The mask would be symbolize my demons, my former demons, my former ugliness inside and out, my addiction to food, my addiction to living an unhealthy lifestyle. So that would be the mask that she's taken off. So that's the mask right there. But then if you could see her face, what we did was she's going to be actually under the It's fucking glare because I got, you know what, I got lotion on it so it's glared up. But she is turning into like a demon, like a Japanese ghost demon under the mask. So the whole tattoo kind of symbolizes like you could shed your demons, your ugliness, your mask. You could become the outer beauty, that you are now after losing some weight and feeling good about yourself. You could become that. But just remember that her turning into the demon is the constant reminder that no matter how much you try to hide your demons, they're still there. They're always going to be there. Your demons are always chasing you, and they're always one step right behind you. I was actually going to put this piece on my back to remind me of my demons just right behind me, but it kind of fit better as a chest piece. Honestly, it looked better on the chest. And I probably got about 1 or 2 more sessions to color it in, with the traditional reds and all that stuff. And I don't know if you know, red was the traditional color of their robe and attire because it symbolized fertility. And I'm actually not fertile. I had a vasectomy, so that's kind of a contradiction. But here's what it is. My wife's super pissed at me for getting the tattoo. She absolutely hates tattoos. In fact, I'll get the cold shoulder for about 2 or 3 days now as a result, but she'll get over it. She actually sent me a message. She said if I could find a guy that looks exactly like you with no tattoos, I'd leave you and still get your paycheck or something like that. I don't know. I hope she was kidding. Maybe she wasn't. I don't know, but she doesn't like them. I think I had one. I got one when I first started dating her, and then I just I've been getting tattoos here and there, and I know she doesn't like them. I really shouldn't be getting them, but I like them. It's my body. You only live once, and I kind of want to document my story or my history on my body with different meanings. So that's my 1 year surgiversary present to myself, my tattoo to remind me of my demons. So how is everybody doing diet wise is what I want to know. Here's the thing I noticed in the past 2 or 3 months. I could definitely eat a lot more than I could, say, 4 months out. I noticed that. I do notice that certain types of foods have been bothering me a little bit more. I've been getting heartburn a lot more regularly in certain foods that I eat. I really don't. I think it's the coffee. I think maybe I need to cut back on some coffee and some caffeine. I think the acidity is kind of giving me a little heartburn. I tried taking some Tums and stuff. I think I got to pick up some more Nexium, some over-the-counter Nexium. And see how that goes. I go for a swallow study next week. He'll test my pouch, make sure it hasn't my sleeve, make sure it hasn't developed any pouches or pockets, or I haven't stretched it out. So I'm doing a swallow study on March 6th. I'll let you guys know how that turned out. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I've been up since 5 in the morning working, and then sitting in a tattoo chair for 4 hours. So I'm pretty tired. But so the diet. I'm still sticking to my Old Faithfuls, my yogurt. I found a new favorite yogurt of mine. I know in the last video I said I like that Ziggy's Icelandic yogurt. I found this new stuff. I think it's pronounced Fage. It's Fage. I think it's made by like Dannon or one of the famous yogurt makers, milk makers, whatever. It's in ShopRite. You can get it. It's a real thick, like a super thick consistency yogurt. Like double the consistency of Greek without any of the waterness. And I get a plain 2% fat. It's got about 20 grams of protein in 8 ounces of yogurt. Obviously, I don't eat that much yogurt at once, usually maybe 4 to 6 ounces. I'll have it for breakfast. I'll pour a little natural honey on it, maybe a teaspoon of honey just to get me going, and I'll sprinkle a little homemade granola that my wife made on top. I know that the calories with the granola is probably not the best thing for you, but it flavors up the yogurt. If you don't want that, you could add some fruits in it or whatever. And I'm not a big fruit eater unless it's summertime. I don't really like fruits in the winter. If there's blueberries, I'll eat blueberries. Strawberries, I'm not really fond of them, but that's what I do. I put the granola in it, and that's one of my daily go-to staples. I'm still doing my shakes here and there, like when I work out. I'll definitely do a recovery shake. I added in some creatine with it's an amino acid post-workout drink. I think it's made by like Muscle Tech or one of them. It tastes like fruit punch, so I'll drink that during my workout with a scoop of creatine in it. And I notice my weight when I take that will fluctuate 3 to 4 pounds on a daily basis. It'll go up and down, but that's the water retention with the creatine that helps fill your muscles with water. And if you could see me without a shirt on, you would see my shoulders looking a lot more rounded and solid. My chest looks a lot more solid and it's starting to fill in. I could also notice my abs are getting really hard underneath my loose fat, and like that's one of the other things I noticed is like the fat that I have left is really soft fat. It almost feels like detached fat. Like before, my fat was solid and hard, and now it's just like flabby. Like it's not skin per se. It's not that typical skin where you can really stretch it. I don't have any real bad stretch marks or shrink marks or anything, but it's just like that floppy fat. Like it's soft, like jiggles. So I got a little bit of a pouch to lose yet before I'm totally happy with the way I look without a shirt on. But I have been killing like the oblique exercises, the ab exercises. I've been doing cable crunches, starfish crunches. I've been doing the lateral cable pulls for the obliques. I'm just really focusing on doing a lot of ab work. I keep the cardio to a minimum right now. Still trying to retain some of the muscle in the gym. You'll see some of my bag work videos I put up. I'm just trying to focus on the hot. It's called the HIIT training. It's high intensity training. So the theory behind that is the short bursts of explosive power will get as much cardio benefits, will reap as many benefits as say jogging slowly for a half a mile or a mile. So I'll do that more intense workout for shorter periods of time. The videos I showed you are small clippets, but I'll generally do 3-minute rounds on the heavy bag with a minute rest in between. I mean, obviously I don't go at that pace the whole 3 minutes. I'll slow down a bit and then take it up, every 30 or 40 seconds to that pace, and then back it down. I was just doing those videos as little cuts for my YouTube followers, just to see the type of workouts I'm still doing and capable of doing, and I love to do, and it keeps me focused. It doesn't bore me because getting on a treadmill will bore the shit out of me. Getting on a Stairmaster will bore the shit out of me. I like to mountain bike, but it's still too cold up here in the Northeast to mountain bike or take my bike out. And I'm definitely afraid of riding my bicycle on the streets around here because people drive like fucking assholes. And these teenagers love to text and drive, and you probably will get ran over. So yeah, I don't like taking my bike on the street. I do have a nice little woods near me I could mountain bike, but it's still overgrown with all the leaves and everything from the fall, and it's still pretty muddy from all the rain. So gotta wait for the spring for that to dry out. But I will start taking up the cardio in the spring, somewhere around late March, early April. I think I'm going to start running twice a week. I was doing that in the summertime a little bit. I'm going to start doing the running, walking the dogs more. I'm going to focus maybe on some sprints. Sprints are very good for you. That high intensity training I talked about. So you'll do maybe a 30 or 40 yard sprint and then walk, and then do a 30 or 40 yard sprint and then walk. So you do like 10 reps of those, and it's a really good cardio workout. But make sure you stretch. You don't want to blow a hamstring. I blew a hamstring one time, and it's probably the most painful type of injury you could experience is a fully blown hamstring. So yeah, doing great. 1 year out. I'm really happy with the way I look. I'm even more happy with the way I feel, and that's the important thing I want to stress on everybody. You're gonna feel so much better, and I do feel so much friggin' better. It's crazy. Like, I honestly, some days I wake up feeling like I'm 20 years old. Some days I'm in the gym, I feel like I'm 20 years old. I mean, afterwards when I cool down and like when I get up in the morning and I get those first couple of creaks and cracks, I know I'm 44, but for the most of the day I feel like I'm 20. I got the energy, and I could do a lot of stuff I used to do when I was in my 20s without a problem, man. I could hit, like you seen, I could hit the bag, I could work out. My shoulder hasn't bothered me, knock on wood. I had 2 surgeries on that, so that's still holding strong. I've been focusing on another exercise I like to do for the shoulders. Is called the landmine press. If you don't know what it is, Google it. It's basically a press for the shoulder, but it's on an upward angle, and it's used with a barbell anchored in a corner or anchored in a machine. I don't know why they call it a landmine press. It looks nothing like a landmine, but you're pressing on a kind of like on a forward angle like this, and it's still hitting your shoulders, but it's not putting the stress on the joint that an overhead military press would put. And a lot of people do the military presses wrong anyway. They do them extremely wide, which is probably the worst goddamn thing for your shoulders. You want to do them nice and tight and inside, and that's probably the better way to save your shoulders. And I wish I knew that 15, 20 years ago. Otherwise, I probably would have saved my shoulders from surgeries. My left one's been acting up a little tiny bit. I might need to start going and get some work done on that. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. I don't go super heavy in the gym. I don't go light either. I go a moderate, challenging weight that doesn't cause me any pain, and that's the key. If you're experiencing pain while you're working out, you're doing something wrong. You're pushing yourself too hard. You should feel challenged, but moderately challenged, and that's where you want to be. So I'm going to start switching this channel over more towards maybe workout videos rather than the VSG updates. I'm going to start maybe giving you some workout advice to help you guys use your tool that you have or may be thinking about getting to help you get the most out of your tool. And I believe I've gotten the most out of my tool for my personal goals. And one of my big goals was to not become an emaciated, skinny, sickly looking guy. I mean, you see me dressed in like a suit or dress clothes, you know, I'm a healthy, you know, a healthy looking, decent size, solid, handsome motherfucker. I mean, let me just put it point blank. I mean, and you got it. I'm just saying, y'all, you know, hey, I noticed the fox whistles. I noticed the eyes, the gaga eyes in the gym. I see the young girls checking me out, bro. What can I say? You feeling like a pimp? Don't brush your shoulders off. You know what I mean? You know, in all seriousness, though, I do feel like I am probably at my ideal physique for this age. I could stand to lose a little bit more, like I said earlier in the video, but to maintain a perfect physique is not my goal. To maintain a healthy and decent, happy physique and a happy lifestyle is my goal. It gets way too hard when you start getting down to those really, really low body fat percentages. So I really don't even want to set myself up for failure and try that, honestly. I'm kind of cool where I'm at. If I lose a few more pounds, if I tighten it up a little bit, if I could do that without excessively killing myself, then, you know, that'll be good. And I'm going to keep you guys updated on all of that, all the stats and everything. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your comments, questions. I got people messaging me with questions and things about the surgery. Feel free, drop me a line, email me. Shit, I'll give you my phone number. You want to text me, whatever, man. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. We're all in this together. There's you know, you're not alone. There's a group of us out there that have done this successfully. There's a group of us out there that have done this and failed. So you have advice from both sides of the fence. And I don't want to jump the gun and jinx myself and call myself a success, because I'm only a year out. I'm still in what they call the honeymoon phase, but I believe that I have enough previous experience and what's the word I'm looking for? Enough knowledge about being healthy and maintaining and working out and maintaining a physique. I believe I have enough of that to keep me on the right path and succeed long term with this. So that's the ultimate goal, is to make this long term and sustainable. And don't forget that, and don't deviate, and don't stress if you have short-term failures. This is a long-term end game. Remember that, people. So I'm gonna get going now. My son's probably gonna be coming out from soccer, and honestly, the soccer moms are starting to pull in and look at me like I'm nuts, talking on my phone, sitting on the steering wheel. So I'll holler at you guys in a couple of weeks. Any questions, drop me a line, email me, message me, whatever the hell, send me smoke signals, whatever you want to do. All right, Jersey Jules signing out. Talk to you soon, guys.